Welcome back to Dream Drop Distance. We are here behind the scenes of Assholes at the Opera with its creator, T. Helldragon. Mr. Helldragon, what do you have to say about your latest rock opera spectacular?
Well, I think my latest rock opera is fabulous! And all the songs have been, written to reflect my brand new vision of what a general rock opera should be. There's songs, there's explosions, there's bright colors, and confusing math that not everyone is able to understand, but trust me, it enhances the production. It's gonna be great.
So basically you have no idea how high culture works.
Pretty much, but as long as people come and see the show and spend a lot of money to see it, I don't mind.
Beautiful. Back to you, folks.
Look, it was either that or basically explain, we're fighting people in a room.
Yeah, the main gimmick of Riku's side of Country of the Musketeers is you gotta go behind the scenes and flush out the Beagle boys.
It's actually kind of interesting because they do hide in various objects, so just searching for them and seeing where they're hiding is actually kind of fun.
It's like the Where's Waldo of the Kingdom Hearts universe.
Except these guys aren't nearly as marketable.
Well, you say that, but they've existed since at least 1880 in the canon of Disney, when they first encountered Scrooge McDuck on the Mississippi River.
Oh, that's true, yeah.
You know, it was Scrooge himself who gave the Beagle Boys their name, because I guess it was just their second name until that point.
Oh, yeah, that's true. I mean, I always thought that in DuckTales, like, that was really the first time they had history together, but I didn't realize how far back it went. I mean, they covered this kind of stuff in the Carl Barks and the Don Rosa comics.
And The Life and Times of Scrooge McDuck, if you've not read it yet, pick it up. Brilliant series. Speaking of behind-the-scenes stuff, I'm not sure how true this is, citation needed and all that, but apparently Sora was not meant to be a playable character in Dream Drop Distance, and if that's the case, I can sort of see why, because Riku has more impact both in terms of gameplay and in terms of story in Dream Drop Distance over the course of the game.
Yeah, I really agree. In the long run, Riku simply is a more logical choice as a protagonist in terms of what he does. Sora ultimately doesn't really get a lot of stuff accomplished, you know?
Yeah, and I think it was because, again, citation needed, Nomura said people were antsy to play as Sora again, and, you know, there was a Sora in RE coded, but that wasn't the real Sora. We want our real Sora back.
Well, I mean, I can kind of understand, because ultimately this did start with Sora. You know, so it makes sense that people would want to play as him again.
Surprise, I was hiding in the dainties.
As you know, I am quite comfortable with dresses.
Is it time for crumpets, mother dear? No, it is time for pain!
I'm gonna need to go super mode on this really easy fight.
I'm sorry, random Beagle man.
Well, he's dead as shit. Who's next?
Beagle C, I imagine.
Beagle C, your time is nigh. I have come for you.
Beagle A, dead. Beagle B, dead. Beagle C, well, we'll see.
Beagle B's fate was far more horrendous than you would think. Surrender now, and you shan't have that. Oh no, the spirits seem to be onto something. I wonder if it's this guy we have just found. And I hope they get paid well for getting their asses fucking stomped by Riku.
Well, they probably just take whatever loot they pilfer, really. Imagine how much money is kept in the royal treasury.
Well, that's true. Think he's dead, Tom. It's over.
It's never over!
I'm gonna get more magic and defense upgrades.
I level up, Komori Bat levels up, Yogi levels up, we all level up!
Everyone levels up in my city. Oh boy, it's time for this boss.
Yes, it's Warping Wally. Well, that's not right. Teleporting Terry? Vanishing Vincent? Over there Orville? Oh, I remember now, it's Holy Moley.
The thing about this boss right here, he's not hard, and you'll notice that a lot of my criticisms about bosses in this game start that way. He's not hard, but he's annoying. You can apply that to basically every boss. This guy's gimmick is that he likes to warp around using portals to appear through the floor, sides of the walls, things like that. So you basically have to chase him down this huge area to whittle him down gradually. And it takes fucking years just to get it done. I really think they could have shortened it a bit more.
That's my absolute worst kind of boss fight, in all honesty. The ones that waste your fucking time. Sonic 4 Episode 2 is really guilty of this. The bosses take ages to open themselves up so you can actually damage them. Holy Moly is that in a nutshell. Instead of giving you an interesting boss to fight, they simply put a boss in a massive arena, which can be annoying to navigate sometimes, and made you chase him like an idiot. Sometimes by the time you get over to him, he'll be in the middle of teleporting away again, so unless you're proficient with flow motion, this can be a very frustrating fight. Again, not hard in the slightest, just frustrating.
The real problem is when he gets on the walls, like high up. Like, at this point in the game, I should have probably known how to use flow motion better, but I still couldn't reliably get off the drill attack you do when you bounce off a wall. So, just imagine this asshole over here, me, trying to scale up the wall and then ending up doing the shockwave and then having to do it all over again. It was just totally looked awful.
And when you've done enough damage, he'll send his hands out to attack you. What is it with bosses in this game sending multiple copies of their hands to assault you?
I don't know, I guess they all just gave each other a hand on that one.
I'm not rising to that. No. You don't give me my props for my puns.
I'm not falling for that bait. Your hand joke wasn't that great. I could make hand jokes, but I'm trying to keep this PG. I bet you got invited to 0 parties, holy moly.
I've started writing Hijinks because I can't spell shenanigans correctly. Otherwise it would have been Holy Moly's warping shenanigans.
He keeps making sounds like he's about to release a giant fart.
It always goes back to farts with you, Helldragon.
It sounds like a giant fart building up in weight. It really does.
You go ahead and teleport away. It's not like I haven't seen that before.
Got any new tricks? No, that's what I thought.
Goodbye.
You're dead as shit, just like Beagle B.
And especially Beagle C.
They knew the fucking score.
Don't do the crime if you can't do the time.
Ooh, Shadow Slide. Shadow Strike. How about Shadow Jump? Shadow Walk. Shadow Fricassee.
Shadow the Hedgehog.
No! That's the one command I don't need. Riku, Repairman. Come on, put some muscle into it. I got more than you.
How do you like that?
Yeah, I learned this at college.
Impossible. Looks like I was right in the nick of time.
You needed all those mechanisms to hold up that one walkway.
Yeah, to drop that one box.
How does it stop the box if it's already fallen off the walkway? Fuck it.
I see you're as brave as a royal musketeer.
Musketeer? What is that anyway?
Sounds goofy.
Maybe you should open up a fucking book, young man. You ever thought of that?
They actually say that?
Every musketeer is taught those words.
I like to think Riku sort of stands in for the audience at this point.
Yeah, he is an audience surrogate, as it were.
You're right. And it does fit the mold.
Too bad the Keyblade doesn't.
All for one, and one for all.
He says it much better.
Wow, now that I think about it, that does sound kind of dorky. Take this, priceless opera house.
Decreasing in value in 3, 2, 1. It is now essentially a KFC.
Hello there.
Jesus Christ, can you back up a bit, please? Thank you. Now, we're at the end of this world, so what was your opinion of the country of the Musketeers, Helldragon? Too Disney? Not enough Disney? State your thoughts.
I think it was pretty 80% Disney enough, you know, I mean, like, But in all seriousness, it's good to have something lighthearted to break up all of the taking itself too seriously that Kingdom Hearts tends to do. I liked it, and I would like to see more worlds kind of play a bit more loose like that.
I would like to see more non-theatrical released Disney worlds in the Kingdom Hearts universe. Not naming names, gargoyles,
Yeah, I guess I wasn't lying when I said you were going to mention that 20 more times.
I've still got about 16 more to go.
True masters. However, the dangers make this more trial than test.
But are they safe right now?
No, you fool, this is Dream Drop Distance!
Well, we didn't properly test out the flow motion mechanic, so sometimes you can slide right through the walls of the game world. The drop mechanic was poorly implemented. This whole test is a farce, really.
Yeah, I really should have thought this over. I admit it's the first take of my design, but we kind of had to hurry up with Xehanort, so I apologize.
That's true, When I was doing flow motion in the last world, I slid right through the wall and basically walked back to the starting point.
Really? I wish you caught that.
It was in one of my unused takes that I discarded, and trust me, I beat myself up about it for days afterwards.
Still, that sounds like cool for a blooper video.
Any strategy to outwit Xehanort and catch him off guard.
Maybe when he's on the John or something.
You go fight him in the bathroom. I have foreseen this, and guns come out of the toilet.
We're done here, folks. See you next time for another part of Dream Drop Distance. See you then.